Well, good evening once again, everyone. Out of the box breaks, moving on to 17,935. This is 25-26 Series 1 12-box case, team by number 9. So I'm going to run through the team assignments, then we shall break. Good luck, everybody. So TRH has the Ducks. Kyle Derby has Utah. Jason Adamczyk, Boston. Griner 25, Buffalo. Maurizio Testa, Calgary. Jason Adamczyk, Carolina. Maurizio Testa, Chicago and Colorado. Mark Boogie, Columbus. Cody Wilson, Dallas. Scott Sutherland, Detroit. Scott Sutherland also has the Oilers. TRH, Florida. Toronto 1969, Vegas. Daniel Lugare, LA. Scott Sutherland, Minnesota. Maurizio Testa, Montreal. Came off 99, Nashville. Scott Sutherland, the Devils. Aaron Kaiser, the Islanders. Jonathan Blouin, the Rangers. Toronto 1969, Ottawa. Aaron Kaiser, Philly. Toronto 1969, Pittsburgh. Adam Pelche, San Jose. Crime in the City, Seattle. BG14, the Blues. Toronto 1969, Tampa and Toronto. Hello, Mikey, Vancouver. Hoff 91, the Capitals. And Hippie with the Jets. So good luck. Enjoy this 12-box case of Series 1. Alright, good luck, guys. Enjoy some Series 1. Here we go with box number 1. Case team by number 9. Pack 1, box 1. Have fun. Igor Shesterkin encore for the Rangers. Systems of Philip Gustafson, Minnesota. Young Guns Jacob Gauthier, Philly. Ryan Poehling, Deluxe to 250 for Philly. Bustle of Seth Jarvis, Carolina. Cup Quest Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for the Oilers. Young Guns Canvas, Jack Finley for Tampa Bay. Young Guns Justin Robida, Carolina. Portrait of Austin Matthews, Toronto. Encore Blue, Seth Jones for Florida. Jordan Binnington encore for the Blues. Sizzle Real, Sebastian Aho, Carolina. Systems for the Avalanche, Mackenzie Blackwood. Michael Callahan, Young Guns for Boston. Cup Quest, Erik Karlsson, Pittsburgh. We got a Bustle Speckle, the Jesper Bratt, New Jersey. Capo Caco Canvas, Seattle. Portrait of Linus Ullmark for Ottawa. David Pastrnak, encore, Boston. Composition Speckled, Barzal for the Islanders. Sizzle Reel of Matthew Nyes, Toronto. Sizzle Reel, Wyatt Johnston, Dallas. Young Guns Noah Ostlund for Buffalo. Portrait of Tage Thompson for the Buffalo Sabres. Dazzlers Blue Frank Vetrano for the Ducks. JT Comfort Canvas, Detroit. Compositions of Tim Stützle, Ottawa. Encore of Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. Bustle Sam Reinhart, Florida. Jacob Melanson, Young Guns for Seattle. Outburst Silver of Marcus Foligno, Minnesota. Compadres Kachuk Barkov, Florida. Compositions of Clayton Keller for Utah. Final pack, box 1. Canvas Kiefer Sherwood for the Canucks. Young Guns Checklist Random, Demidov, Montreal, Levushnov for Chicago. We'll random that at the end. Goal-oriented Nathan McKinnon for the Avalanche. On to box 2. 17,935. Oliver Moore Encore, Chicago. Systems of Samuel Urson for Philly. Young Guns of Ozzy Weisblatt for Nashville. We got a Young Guns Deluxe at a 250, Ryan Suzuki, Carolina. Bustle of Brady Tkachuk, Ottawa. Cup Quest Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Young Guns Canvas Matthew Wood, Nashville. Matthew Robertson, Young Guns for the Rangers. Brant Clark Portrait, LA. Black and White Young Guns Canvas Olivier Rodrigue for the Oilers. Encore of Boone Jenner, Columbus. System Stuart Skinner for the Oilers. Bustle Tyler Bertuzzi, Chicago. Joakim Kamel, Young Guns, Nashville. Adam Fox Portrait for the Rangers. Sizzle Reel Speckled, Leo Carlson for the Ducks. Keandre Miller Canvas for the Rangers. Compositions, Connor Bedard, Chicago. Frank Vetrano Encore for the Ducks. Goal-oriented Speckled, Reinhardt for Florida. Sizzle Reel, Quinn Hughes, Vancouver. Sizzle Reel, Nathan McKinnon for the Avalanche. Oliver Moore, Young Guns, Chicago. Goal-oriented Kirill Marchenko, Columbus. Dazzlers Blue, rookie Ivan Demidov, Montreal. Olin Zellweger Canvas for the Ducks. Compositions of Robert Thomas for the Blues. Encore Mark Scheifele for the Jets. Systems of Jordan Bennington for the Blues. Artem Levushnov, Young Guns, Chicago. Outburst Silver Mark Kastelik for Boston. Compadres Hughes and Hughes, Jack and Luke for New Jersey. Cup Quest of Adrian Kempe, LA. Final pack box 2. Drew Doughty Canvas, LA. Young Guns Carter Mazur for Detroit. Portrait Wyatt Johnston, Dallas. On to box 3. 17,935. Connor Bedard Encore, Chicago. Systems of Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay. Rory Cairns Young Guns for the Flames. Dazzlers Pink, Peter Kochkov, Carolina. Compadres Line Slavkovsky for Montreal. Dalibor Dvorsky, Portrait for the Blues. Young Guns Canvas Ozzy Weisblatt, Nashville. Sam Morton Young Guns for the Flames. Compositions of Jack Hughes, New Jersey. Young Guns Clear Cut, Dominic Sheen, Detroit. Encore of Tage Thompson, Buffalo. Systems of Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Compadres Ovechkin Wilson for the Capitals. Nicholas Coco, Young Guns, Seattle. Goal-oriented Kirill Kaprizov, Minnesota. Compadres Speckled of Line Slavkovsky, Montreal. Joseph Wall canvas, Toronto. Compositions of David Pastrnak, Boston. Zach Werenski encore for Columbus. Cale Makar portrait speckled for the Avalanche. Systems of Joseph Wall, Toronto. Evander Kane Bustle for the Oilers. Victor Osman Young Guns, Seattle. Compositions of Suzuki for Montreal. Dazzlers Blue, Jake Ottinger for Dallas. Brady Tkachuk canvas, Ottawa. Goal-oriented Nikita Kucherov, Tampa Bay. William Eklund encore for San Jose. Sizzle Real Owen Tippett, Philly. Gabe Petto, Young Guns for the Rangers. Outburst Silver, Sean Monahan, Columbus. Sizzle Reel, Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh. Cup Quest, Kaprizov, Minnesota. Final pack, box 3. Canvas of Connor Zary for the Flames. Yanni Nyman, Young Guns, Seattle. Alex Ovechkin portrait for the Capitals. Just going to move a stack of base. We'll move on to box 4. All right, box 4, break 17,935. Case team by number 9 is Series 1. Encore Blue, Fantilli, Columbus. Encore of Hyman for the Oilers. Sizzle Reel, McDavid for Edmonton. Sizzle Reel for the Avalanche, Cale Makar. Sam Renzel, Young Guns, Chicago. Compositions of Jake Guentzel, Tampa Bay. Bustle speckled for the Oilers, Evander Kane. Jack Eichel canvas for Vegas. Goal-oriented Steven Stamkos, Nashville. Ivan Barbashev encore for Vegas. Composition speckled Kopitar for LA. Systems of Sergei Bobrovsky, Florida. Compadres, Kucherov and Hedman for Tampa Bay. Jack Finley, Young Guns for Tampa. Cup Quest, Connor Bedard, Chicago. Dazzlers Blue, Noah Ostlund, Buffalo. Sebastian Aho, canvas, Carolina. William Eklund portrait for the Sharks. Cole Perfetti encore for the Jets. Systems of Demko, Vancouver. Noah Ostlund, Young Guns for Buffalo. Darcy Kemper, Outburst Silver for LA. Logan Stankoven, Bustle, Carolina. Kadri portrait for the Flames. Kirill Marchenko canvas, Columbus. Young Guns Ian Moore for the Ducks. Compositions Tyler Toffoli, San Jose. Leon Draisaitl encore for the Oilers. Sizzle Reel, Hughes, New Jersey. Skylar Brindamore, Young Guns for the Hurricanes. Population count 100 of Wyatt Johnston for Dallas. Sizzle Reel, Ovechkin for the Capitals. Goal-oriented Austin Matthews, Toronto. Final pack, box 4. Colton Dock, Young Guns canvas, Chicago. Elias Pettersson, Young Guns for the Canucks. Composition Anze Kopitar, LA. On to box 5. Steven Stamkos clear cut for Nashville. Encore Linus Ullmark, Ottawa. Systems of UC Sados, Nashville. Leo Carlson, Bustle, the Ducks. Nikita Tolopilo, Young Guns, Vancouver. Cup Quest, Kyle Connor for the Jets. Compadres speckled Wilson Ovechkin to the Capitals. Nikita Kucherov canvas for Tampa Bay. Cider portrait, Detroit. Encore of Logan Cooley for Utah. Composition speckled Toffoli for San Jose. Systems of Joey Daccord, Seattle. Bustle of Alex Tuck for Buffalo. Young Guns Donovan Sabrango, Ottawa. Portrait of Connor Bedard, Chicago. Dazzlers Blue Adam Fox for the Rangers. Igor Shesterkin canvas for the Rangers. Compositions of Connor McDavid for the Oilers. Encore of Travis Konechny, Philly. Sizzle Reel Jacob Markstrom for the Devils. Young Guns Owen Sillinger, Columbus. Nikita Zadorov Outburst Silver for Boston. Sizzle Reel Brady Tkachuk, Ottawa. Compositions of Marco Rossi, Minnesota. Jonathan Huberdeau, canvas for the Flames. Dylan Duke, Young Guns for Tampa Bay. Goal-oriented Brady Tkachuk, Ottawa. Encore of Ryan Leonard for the Capitals. System Samuel Montembeault, Montreal. Young Guns Riley Duran for Boston. Austin Matthews, Swagnificent. Nice hit for Toronto. Compadres, Forsberg, Yossi, Nashville. Cup Quest, Chris Kreider for the Rangers. Final pack, box 5. Young Guns canvas of Zane Parekh for the Flames. Young Guns Jimmy Snuggerud for the Blues. Portrait Noah Ostlund, Buffalo. On to box 6. Take us to the halfway mark. Case team by number 9 of the new Series 1. SPA, guys, is down to 7. That's the inner team by. Bonus overtime packs. If you grab any of those remaining 7, let's fill that tonight. And don't forget about big premiere release tomorrow. Cale Makar, encore for the Avalanche. Sizzle Reel of Evan Bouchard for the Oilers. Young Guns Parker Ford for the Jets. Goal-oriented red, Brady Tkachuk at a 199 for Ottawa. Matthew Nyes Bustle for Toronto. Artem Levushnov portrait, Chicago. Elvis Merzlikins canvas, Columbus. Young Guns Victor Osman for Seattle. Compositions, Rasmus Dahlin, Buffalo. Black and white canvas, JT Com for Detroit. Sergei Bobrovsky encore for Florida. Compadres, Makar McKinnon for the Avalanche. Sizzle Reel, Mason Marchment, Dallas. Dominic Sheen, Young Guns, Detroit. Goal-oriented Jesper Bratt for the Devils. System speckled Lindgren for the Capitals. William Nylander canvas, Toronto. Compositions of Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. Travis Sanheim encore for Philly. Cup Quest speckled Tage Thompson, Buffalo. Systems of Elvis Merzlikins, Columbus. Bustle of Moritz Cider, Detroit. Gabe Petto, Young Guns for the Rangers. Composition, Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh. Dazzlers Blue, Chris Letang, Pittsburgh. Brandon Montour, canvas for the Kraken. Goal-oriented, Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh. Encore Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay. Bustle Dylan Holloway for the Blues. Elias Pettersson, Young Guns, Vancouver. Outburst Silver, Adam Larson, Seattle. Sizzle Reel, Luke Evangelista, Nashville. William Eklund, Cup Quest for the Sharks. Final pack, box 6. Canvas of Jake Neighbors for the Blues. Ethan Frank, Young Guns for the Capitals. Portrait, Gabe Petto for the Rangers. So we'll move some more base, and we'll move on to the second half of this case, box number 7. All right, box 7, break 17, 935. Pack 1, box 7. Black and white canvas, Kiefer Sherwood for the Canucks. Matty Beniers, Encore, Seattle. Systems of Lucas Dostal for the Ducks. Bustle of Jake Gunsel, Tampa. Colton Dock, Young Guns, Chicago. Cup Quest of Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Vasilevsky, Systems Speckled for Tampa. Alex Pietrangelo, canvas for Vegas. Cale Makar, portrait for the Avalanche. Drake Batherson, Encore for Ottawa. Cup Quest Speckled Shesterkin for the Rangers. Sizzle Reel of Arturi Lehkonen for the Avalanche. Sizzle Reel, Matthew Tkachuk, Florida. Justin Robida, Young Guns for Carolina. Leon Draisaitl, portrait for the Oilers. Dazzlers Blue, Cole Caulfield, Montreal. Demko canvas for the Canucks. Compositions, Barzal for the Islanders. Encore, Brock Faber, Minnesota. Systems of Sorokin for the Islanders. Dalibor Dvorsky, Young Guns for the Blues. Nico Hischier, Outburst Silver for the Devils. Compadres, Matthews and Nylander, Toronto. Compositions, Quinn Hughes, Vancouver. Sean Couturier, canvas for Philly. Nikita Tolopilo, Young Guns, Vancouver. Goal-oriented, Sam Reinhart, Florida. Gunnar Gauthier, Encore for the Ducks. Systems Hellebuck for the Jets. Tim Washy, Young Guns for the Ducks. Exclusive out of 100, Rasmus Dahlin, Buffalo. Bustle of Jonathan Marchessault, so Nashville. Cup Quest, Tage Thompson, Buffalo. Final pack, box 7. Reinhardt canvas for the Panthers. Riley Duran, Young Guns, Boston. Quinn Hughes, portrait, Vancouver. On to box 8. Dustin Wolf, Encore for the Flames. Kemper, Systems LA. Jacob Gauthier, Young Guns, Philly. Deluxe at a 250, Matt Zuccarello, Minnesota. Compadres, Panarin Lafreniere for the Rangers. Cup Quest of Thatcher Demko, Vancouver. Canvas Travis Sanheim, Philly. Carson Dorwart, Young Guns for Philly. Line A Portrait, Montreal. Clear cut of Josh Manson for the Avalanche. Encore Josh Morrissey for the Jets. Systems Dustin Wolf for the Flames. Compadres Aho Svechnikov, Carolina. Olivier Rodrigue, Young Guns for the Oilers. Marchessault Portrait, Nashville. Joseph Wall, System Speckled, Toronto. Elias Pettersson, Canvas, Vancouver. Composition Celebrini for the Sharks. Eric Carlson, Encore for Pittsburgh. Matthews, Goal-Oriented, Toronto. Systems of Cam Talbot, Detroit. Barcelo and Tippett, Philly. Parker Ford, Young Guns for the Jets. Goal-Oriented, Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. Dazzlers Blue, Dalibor Dvorsky for the Blues. Stefan Neeson, Canvas, New Jersey. Compositions, Cale Makar for the Avalanche. Stützle Encore for Ottawa. Sizzle Real McTavish for the Ducks. Ryan Leonard, Young Guns for the Capitals. Robert Thomas Outper Silver for the Blues. Sizzle Real Cole Perfetti for the Jets. Martin Nietzsche's Cup Quest for the Avalanche. Final pack, box 8. Dylan Larkin, Canvas, Detroit. Matthew Wood, Young Guns for the Predators. Portrait of Evgeny Malkin, Pittsburgh. On to box 9. Break 17,935. Troy Terry Encore for the Ducks. Sizzle Real Austin Matthews, Toronto. Cam Lund, Young Guns for the Sharks. Systems Red out of 199, Peter Kochkov, Carolina. Sizzle Real Bobrovsky, Florida. Brandon Hagel Portrait for Tampa Bay. Slavin Canvas, Carolina. Carter Mazur, Young Guns, Detroit. Compositions Beniers, Seattle. Encore Blue, Kochkov, Carolina. Lane Hudson Encore for Montreal. Sizzle Real David Pasternak, Boston. Sam Reinhart, Sizzle Real Florida. Young Guns Nicholas Coco, Seattle. Goal-Oriented William Nylander, Toronto. Sizzle Real Speckled Tippett for Philly. Holloway Canvas for the Blues. Compositions Lane Hudson, Montreal. Adrian Kempe Encore for LA. Cup Quest Speckled Bedard, Chicago. System Kochkov, Carolina. Compadres Hellebuck Morrissey for the Jets. Michael Callahan, Young Guns, Boston. Compositions of Forsberg for Nashville. Dazzlers Blue, Marchessault, Nashville. Thomas Harley, canvas for Dallas. Goal-oriented, Cole Caulfield, Montreal. Clayton Keller, encore for Utah. Systems, Linus Allmark, Ottawa. Oliver Moore, Young Guns, Chicago. Outburst Silver of Markstrom, New Jersey. Kiefer Sherwood Bustle for the Canucks. Cup Quest McCann, Seattle. Final pack box 9. Verhaeghe canvas, Florida. Sam Morton, Young Guns for the Flames. Portrait, Zach Werenski, Columbus. Move some more base. We'll move on to the final 3 boxes. Break 17. 935. Here we go with box 10. Capo Caco, black and white canvas for Seattle. Samuel Urson, encore for Philly. Systems, Logan Thompson for the Capitals. Bustle of Lane Hudson, Montreal. Young Guns checklist, our second one. So want to go to Montreal for Demidov. Want to go to Chicago for Levushnov. Timo Meier, Cup Quest for New Jersey. Sizzle Real Speckled, Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh. Cole Perfetti, canvas for the Jets. Dougie Hamilton, portrait, New Jersey. Philip Gustafson, encore, Minnesota. Portrait of William Eklund for the Sharks. Sizzle Real Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Sizzle Real Ken Johnson, Columbus. Ethan Frank, Young Guns for the Capitals. Cup Quest Jason Robertson, Dallas. Dazzlers Blue, William Eklund for the Sharks. Cale Makar, canvas for the Avalanche. Matthew Wood, portrait, Nashville. Quinn Hughes, encore for the Canucks. Systems of Askarov for the Sharks. Zane Parekh, Young Guns for Calgary. We got a Young Guns Outburst Silver Cam Lund for the Sharks. Compadres DeBrincat Larkin, Detroit. Goal-oriented Connor McDavid for the Oilers. Canvas of Barzal for the Islanders. Quinn Hudson, Young Guns for the Oilers. Compositions, Erik Karlsson, Pittsburgh. Encore for New Jersey, Nico Hischier. Systems of Philip Glubauer, Seattle. Young Guns, Ryan Suzuki, Carolina. We got a Bustle Gold of Jake Gunsel, number 9/25 for Tampa Bay. Bustle of Matt Boldy, Minnesota. Compositions, Matthew Tkachuk, Florida. Final pack box 10. Ryan Suzuki, Young Guns canvas for the Hurricanes. Dominic Sheen, Young Guns, Detroit. Goal-oriented Lucas Raymond, Detroit. On to box 11. Series 1, case team by number 9. Tyler Toffoli clear cut for the Sharks. Devin Tays encore for the Avalanche. Systems Jeremy Swayman Boston. Compadres Toffoli Celebrini San Jose. Cam Lundy Young Guns for the Sharks. Compositions Kyle Connor for the Jets. Got a Systems Speckled Markstrom New Jersey. Charlie McAvoy canvas for Boston. Goal-oriented Braden Point for Tampa Bay. Evan Bouchard encore for the Oilers. Portrait of Draisaitl for the Oilers. Systems Aiden Hill Vegas. Zach Werenski Bustle Columbus. Owen Sillinger Young Guns Columbus. Cup Quest of Hyman for the Oilers. Dazzlers Blue Eichel Vegas. Canvas of Logan Stankoven Carolina. Matthew Tkachuk Portrait Florida. Slavkovsky encore for Montreal. Sizzle Real Forsberg for Nashville. Jimmy Snuggerud Young Guns for the Blues. Young Guns Outper Silver Carter Mazur Detroit. Sizzle Real Kyle Connor for the Jets. Josh Morrissey Portrait for the Jets. Canvas Brandon Hagel for Tampa Bay. Billy Koivu and Young Guns Pittsburgh. Composition Sebastian Aho Carolina. Mark Stone encore Vegas. Compadres McDavid Draisaitl for the Oilers. Young Guns Dylan Duke Tampa Bay. Population count 1,000 of Vincent Trocheck for the Rangers. Sizzle Real Kirill Marchenko Columbus. Goal-oriented Jack Eichel Vegas. Final pack box 11. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins canvas for the Oilers. Luca Cagnoni Young Guns San Jose. Composition Sean Monahan Columbus. And the 12th and final box, wrapping up 17,935. Where's our Demidov Young Gun? Hopefully in the final box here. Encore Blue, Levishkov, Chicago. JT Miller encore for the Rangers. Sizzle Reel of Dakota Joshua, Vancouver. Sizzle Reel Leo Carlson for the Ducks. Donovan Sabrango Young Guns for Ottawa. Cup Quest DeBrincat Detroit. Sizzle Reel Speckled Dakota Joshua Vancouver. Alexander Barkov canvas for Florida. Portrait of Zuccarello, Minnesota. John Carlson encore for the Capitals. Composition Speckled Quinn Hughes, Vancouver. Systems Lindgren for the Capitals. Compadres for Vegas, Jack Eichel. Young Guns Mark Gatcomb for the Islanders. Cup Quest Mitch Marner, Toronto. Dazzlers Blue, Lucas Raymond, Detroit. Dmitry Vodonkov, Canvas, Columbus. Seth Jarvis, Portrait, Carolina. Encore of Wyatt Johnston for Dallas. Systems, Jacob Markstrom, New Jersey. There's our Young Guns of Ivan Demidov for the Montreal Canadiens. Martin Pospisil out for silver for the Flames. Bustle Jesper Bratt, New Jersey. Goal-oriented Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Lucas Raymond Canvas, Detroit. Young Guns Jakub Skarek for the Islanders. Compositions Jason Robertson, Dallas. Encore of William Karlsson, Vegas. Sizzle reel of Cam Fowler for the Blues. Rodrigo Abols, Young Guns, Philly. Dazzlers Pink, Kirill Marchenko, Columbus. Sizzle reel of Nazem Kadri for the Flames. Compositions Matthews, Toronto. Final pack, wrapping up case number 9. Team by number 9, break 17935 of Series 1. Canvas Anthony Duclair for the Islanders. Jacob Quillen, Young Guns, Toronto. And we wrap it up with a goal-oriented Elias Pettersson for the Canucks. So there you have it, guys. That concludes case team by number 9 of Series 1, break 17935. No cards to random off. So that puts a wrap on another break. I'd say maybe the Deluxe Suzuki, Scott. There was that gold parallel. But I'd say the Deluxe Suzuki.